Hey, it's Chuck N. Baker reporting with the Veterans Reporter TV show. And sometimes we bring you the radio show on TV, but today we're just bringing you the TV show. Got a couple, 2-3 segments for you today, but we're going to start out with the Disabled American Veterans over at the Greek Festival in Las Vegas. Greek Festival, fantastic event, happens every year in Las Vegas, and the Disabled American Veterans always have a little table there, recruit new members. And we started out talking with Bill Anton of the DAV, then we move over and talk with a couple of his associates over there. So let's see what Bill Anton has to say. So we're at the Greek Festival in Las Vegas. This is the first year they had the festival, right?
No, they've been having this a long time.
For a long time, yeah. In fact, I think they started it back in Constantinople, and then they brought it over here.
About then, they transported the buildings here too.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. So actually, where is this location? What church are we at?
This St. John the Baptist Greek Orthodox Church. It's on Hacienda, and you can get on Hacienda from either Jones or Rainbow.
Okay, well they'll have to get that next year because this won't be, by the time this show's it'll be over. But you have it every year in October, September, late September, yeah. And so what's the whole idea here? They have Greek food and Greek dancing.
Greek food, Greek dancing. They have all sorts of Greek knickknacks. The food here is just absolutely fabulous.
Okay.
And I recommend the lamb. I recommend everything here that they cook.
Okay. And is there any? I heard a rumor that you had to be Greek Orthodox to come here. Is that right?
Well, I know they're going to do the conversion for you inside momentarily, Chuck.
Okay. But now you're with the Disabled American Veterans. You guys have a little setup here, and
yes.
You signing up people for the DAV?
We do. We take donations. The church has been really great to us, allowing us to come. And they're very supportive of veterans.
Okay. And you have a couple of associates here with you.
I do.
And,
to my left is Larry Toby, and in front is John Lead.
Okay. Is he with the Lead Institute, or is that a different lead?
No, it's a different lead,
Oh.
but John Lead and I are in the same Special Forces Association chapter.
I see. You were in the Army?
Yes, I was in the Army, Larry was Air Force, and John was in the Army.
I see. And were you in Nam or?
I was in Vietnam. I was in both the 101st and the 1st Cav.
Uh-huh.
And when I was in the Cav, I was in Company H Rangers, 75th Infantry Airborne.
Okay. Maybe we can get your friend to lean over here. Just pull that chair over here.
Get your mug in here.
I don't know. We can try to get you in here.
Okay.
Give us your name and what service were you in?
All right. My name is Larry Toby. I was in the Air Force for 30 years. I retired as a Chief Master Sergeant. I retired in 98, so if you can subtract 30 from 98, that's when I enlisted.
That's too much for me. I'm going to move. Hold on right there, though. So, you've been a DAV member for how long?
Well, when did you sign me up?
A couple years ago.
A couple years ago.
And you hold any offices in the DAV?
Not now.
So what are you waiting for? You got to get this guy to go up through the chairs. You know?
He's got to get me to work first. Get me to get some volunteer hours.
Get volunteer hours,
I gotcha.
No, Larry is the leader, and we're going to make sure that we optimize his leadership potential.
Very good.
And if I peter out, you can still find me at Starbucks Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Which one is that?
The one on the corner of Ann and Camino del Norte.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm going to try to see if I can move out there and talk to your other associate out there.
We really thank all the video going on your radio program.
Well, we've got the only video show on radio, so we're good at that.
We appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks, Chuck.
All right, thank you. We're going to have you look in the
interviewer.
camera. Okay, well, just give us do you know your name?
Yeah, John Lead,
And what service were you in?
Army,
And how long were you in?
21 and a half years.
And did you see any combat?
Vietnam.
You were over in Nam. How long have you been in the DAV?
It's about 3-4 years now.
3 or 4 years, and you're here handing out poppies?
Poppies.
They're blue poppies. Usually they're
I
red,
know,
aren't they?
I know. I was wondering about that too. But
I see, but they're official poppies, though, aren't they?
The people are enjoying them.
Okay, very good. And you're going to have some of the food here at the Greek Festival?
I had a little bit already, and thank you, sir.
Okay, so you had a little bit, and it tasted pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, and
Okay.
we'll catch you here next year too.
Probably will.
All
This
right.
is my third year.
Thanks a lot. Chuck N. Baker at the Greek Festival in Las Vegas at the Disabled American Veterans booth.
Welcome to Boulder Palms Apartments. Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Bill.
Is the high cost of your rent getting you down? What if one check could do it all? Now it can at Boulder Palms Senior Apartments, and a $99 move-in for veterans. The amenities you deserve at the price you can afford.
Qualified veterans 55 and up, call today to see our great one-bedroom apartments. Remember, all utilities are included. Call Boulder Palms Senior Apartments. Need a place?
Check our space.
Need a place?
Check our space.
At Nathan Adelson Hospice, our goal is treating the whole person, body, mind, and soul, the way you define it. When medical science can no longer add days to your life, it is the goal of Nathan Adelson Hospice to add life to your days. Ask your doctor for a referral to Nathan Adelson Hospice, because hospices, they're not all the same.
Chuck N. Baker reporting. You know, with the recent terrorist attack in Africa, I thought I'd bring you a report on some of the challenges going on the so-called dark continent. Recent headlines tell a large part of the story, and there's American and United Nations military helping the various governments fight the numerous insurgencies going on all over that continent. For example, Marines from the 4th and the 3rd Force reconnaissance companies, they're training African troops around nearby locations. Separately, the Obama administration has offered military help to Nigeria against a growing extremist threat over there, and special ops troops have been deployed to the South Sudan to track down members of the so-called Lord's Resistance Army. The UN is sending a brigade to the Congo. So what's going on in places like Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea and Angola, Zambia, Uganda, Rwanda, places like that? Well, you know, I wonder if we can prevail where in Kenya alone, you know, there are 46 official languages that are spoken. Well, let's take a look at a two-part report. This is part one, brought to you from the Southern Center for International States here in the United States. This is a part of a report that they put together.
Africa is an ancient continent and a land of great natural beauty. With mighty rivers, magnificent waterfalls, vast deserts, open savannas, dense rainforests, tropical islands, and majestic mountains. Africa is also a land of stark contrast. Africa is the second largest continent in the world, 4 times the size of the United States mainland. The continent straddles the equator, is bordered on the north by the Mediterranean Sea, and faces the Antarctic to the south. In the west, it is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, and to the east by the Indian Ocean and the Red Sea. In addition to its countries on the mainland, several offshore islands are also African countries. The people of Africa belong to hundreds of different ethnic groups, speak thousands of languages, and practice 3 main religions: Islam, Christianity, and traditional beliefs. The Negroid people make up more than 70% of the population and live predominantly in sub-Saharan Africa. The Caucasoids, mostly Arabs, Berbers, and Europeans, are the second largest group. The Arabs live mostly in North Africa and are descendants of invaders, refugees, and traders from the Middle East. The Europeans are found largely in the east and in southern Africa. Then there are the Khoisan people, the Khoikhoi, and the San, who live for the most part in southern Africa's Kalahari Desert. In addition to these 3 groups, there are Asians and many people of mixed race living throughout the continent. This ethnic, cultural, and religious diversity adds to Africa's wealth of social practices and traditions. Unfortunately, this diversity can also add to discord and conflict.
Hi, I'm Marvin Alley, commander of North Las Vegas Memorial Post 10,047 of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. We are a veteran service organization and honor our veterans and their families. We offer Sunday breakfast every Sunday. We also offer dinner and karaoke every Friday evening. We actively support our veterans and their families, as well as the active duty members of Nellis Air Force Base and our local National Guard and Reserve units. We are located at 4337 North Las Vegas Boulevard, right across from the main street of Nellis Air Force Base. We also have a men's and a ladies' auxiliary for the families to join. Some of the activities and programs we support are Boots and Booties for women that are expecting babies, Horses for Heroes, along with our own programs that we have for high school students. We have what's called Voice of Democracy, which is a speech program. We also have Patriots Pen, which is a junior high program. We also honor our teachers with Teacher of the Year Award. We are also hosting a POW MIA dinner. We actively support our veterans with our veterans programs such as Unmet Needs, National Military Service, and our VA claims filing.
Well, let's go to part 2 of our Africa report. Bishop Gasis, who works in the Sudan, put together a video. Now, the purpose of his video was really to solicit donations, but over and above that, he gives a pretty strong picture about some of the insurgencies going on in the Sudan. Now, you know, the United Nations say that the world's population is going to reach 8.1 billion in 2025, and half of the new increase is going to come from Africa. So it's a growing nation, a growing concern with terrorism and insurgencies and things like that. But let's see what Bishop Gases has to say.
Greetings to my brothers and sisters in Christ. I am Bishop Makram Max Gassis of El Obeid Diocese in both North and South Sudan. I am from a forgotten place by most of the world. We are poor and isolated, and my people have suffered much. You see, my dear friends, my diocese, like Darfur, is being devastated by genocide. In the year 2005, South Sudan gained independence from North Sudan. But since then, the Islamist radicals in North Sudan have refused to accept our victory and persecuted my people, intent on wiping us off the face of the earth. Make no mistake about it. It is a genocide. I repeat, it is a genocide. And except for the light you shine here with your generosity and prayers, life for my people is an utter nightmare. Bombs dropped by the Islamic government of Khartoum fall upon my innocent flock on daily basis. Muslim militias burn our villages, rape our girls, and enslave our children. Young and old are murdered, butchered where they stand and as they flee. Tens of thousands of people have sought refuge from the carnage in caves in the Nuba Mountains. Many more are fleeing further southward into South Sudan. At our Mother of Mercy Hospital in Gidel, all our beds and cots are full. Patients and their displaced families are living on the porches of the hospital as well as in tents under nearby trees. My people are being starved, murdered, and terrorized. And the hospital, the chapels and churches, and humble schools you helped me to build are the only refuge. In fact, it is because of God's mercy and your generous gifts that we are here at all. Your support has been our lifeline in this land of war and slavery. That is why I have done this video. I know it isn't fancy, but I felt it was important for me to tell you directly of the horrors we are facing today. Take my words to heart, for in this time of fear and pain, we remember that you, dear friends, are with us. You are with us here in the Nuba Mountains. You can be found in what little food we have to eat. You are in the water we drink because of the wells you helped us dig. You are in the fibers of the tents that shelter us, and it is you who gives the clergy and me hope as we struggle to save lives. My work in this land of hardship and sorrow would not be possible if it weren't for you and others, my family of friends and supporters. For more than 2 decades, from 1983 to 2005, the Islamic government of Khartoum committed unspeakable atrocities in this part of Sudan. Then for 5 years, after we won our independence, and because of pressure from the West, we had a time of relative peace. During this time, with your help, we rebuilt our devastated communities. We plowed our fields, we raised our crops, herded cattle, taught our women and children how to create small home-based poultry farms, dug hundreds of bore wells to prevent waterborne illnesses and dehydration. We created a miracle of sorts in the form of a regional surgical hospital, Mother of Mercy. We rebuilt destroyed chapels, churches, shrines, and war-damaged altars. We freed the enslaved. We welcomed refugees. We began to heal and live again. I simply cannot thank you enough for everything your generosity makes possible. The bombs may fall, the earth may burn, the militias may raid our villages, rape our girls and women, kill our men and slave our children. As long as you continue to love us, our enemies will not drive us to extinction. If we can stop this genocide, you will be remembered here in this place where Jesus Christ can be found among the people, in the eyes of the sick and the hungry, in the hearts of the many who gather under trees, and in bombed-out chapels to celebrate Mass. Christ is here because these are His people, and we are here because of you.
Hi, I'm Janet Snyder. As a military survivor, we face unique challenges. The Society of Military Widows offers a strong voice and active support. Whatever your age, whatever your spouse's service, we can work together and help one another. Call today for information. We are the Southern Nevada chapter of the Society of Military Widows, Chapter 34. As military widows, together we offer emotional support and camaraderie.
Chuck Ann Baker reporting, giving you a little bit of news that's going on around town. You know that the Blue Star Mothers, they're having a party where they're going to put together boxes to send to our troops overseas. And when I say a party, it's a packing party. And, you know, they're looking for the usual things, candy and microwavable popcorn and beef jerky and instant coffee and things of that nature. They're going to get together November 19, 20, and 21, and they're going to be at the Convention Center in downtown Henderson. So give them a call if you're interested, 275-5569. Also want to tell you that the blinded veterans and the VA members of the VA Coalition for Blind Veterans and other veterans groups and other blinded groups putting together a putting contest over at the Aliante Golf Course. That's going to be on October 16. And if you're interested in that, you can give them a call at 399-4888. That's the Aliante Golf Club. Paul Cox is the PGA pro out there, and Paul can tell you a little bit about that and get you all signed up. City of Henderson is accepting applications for Military Recognition Banner Program. If you have a veteran or know of a veteran from Henderson, you can get a banner up on the street lights out there. Give them a call at 267-1500. Hats off to Walmart. The Walmart Foundation has a $5 million grant going to help Goodwill grow their jobs program for veterans and their families. They're greatly going to expand their hiring, especially here in the holiday season. So hats off to Goodwill. And finally, here in Las Vegas on November 2nd, there'll be a walk for autism. And if you want to get involved with that, either become one of the walkers or maybe give them a donation or find out more information, you can go to walknowforautismspeaks.org. Again, it's walknowforautismspeaks.org/Las Vegas. That's going to be Saturday, November 2nd, the Autism Walk. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate your watching our show and supporting us. And by the way, we're always looking for new sponsors. If you know anyone that wants to be on our show sponsorship-wise, please let us know. And we'll see you next week. Hey everybody, when you're listening to the radio, make sure you're listening to the Veterans Reporter radio show every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. on KLAV. That's 1230 on the AM dial. It's the Veterans Reporter radio show with me, Chuck N. Baker.